Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. Hello, Bach. Welcome. New day, new art, I guess. So let's see. This week I enrolled in a new mentorship program, which means I have some homework to do. And this week is apparently to sketch 6 to 10 thumbnails for a hero character. Voice is a bit quiet. It's going to get louder. For some reason it takes always a few minutes for my mic to pick up, I guess. I don't know why. It's probably just the headset or something like that. Is it getting better already, or is it still very quiet? Because I haven't changed anything with my mic or with the music. So I don't know. I hope it's getting better. Because I tested it prior to the stream and it sounded fine. How weird. I'm just gonna put down the music a tiny bit. Hopefully that's better then. Alright, so as I was about to say, today we are going to design a new character for a mentorship I'm going to attend from now on, so hopefully we can create something cool. Because I personally am still not 100% sure what I want to do. I have like a general idea because I only started working on this IP today. At first I was thinking I might go back to my old IP where I did like a bunch of celestial stuff where also my name basically comes from. But honestly, I look at that IP and I'm going like, no. I've done so much for this one IP and it was such a hassle sometimes, so I'm honestly happy if I don't have to work on this IP for a while and start a complete new one with you guys. So let's see. I'm just going to look at a bunch of references as well. And I also forgot my water on the other side of the table. Come here! There we go. Because currently I think I'm going to make a female main character for this story because my last IP had a male character. So that's at least the goal. But I'm still very, very uncertain what kind of backstory I'm going to give her. I wanted to play in like a solar punk magic environment, so a little bit techy, but still very plant-based, so to say. I mean, those who know solar punk, let's see, I do have something. And yeah, I know that that's probably like AI generated as ref, but it does the job to show what I'm going for, I guess. So it's like in a world where plants are a huge part of society and to live together with nature, but in a more futuristic kind of setting instead of like, I don't know, elves and dwarves. I still want to have magic elements, yes, but I also want like to mix it a little bit with technology and how people in this world have like connected to nature to live in harmony with it. And I think while they tried to do something like this, my idea was like that they created some sort of parasite or like mistletoes, they leech from trees and stuff and attach to them and sometimes even kill them if there are too many. And I think I want to do some similar plant-based parasite like this as well, that is like taking over creatures and almost turning them into zombies and mutating them, because they have tried to push nature to the very limit with their own creations. So I want this to be a man-made threat kind of, or maybe not, maybe it has some other like source where it came from. But I think it would be cool to have the main character be like a girl or a young woman that has been infested with this parasite but is currently in a stage of battling it, and she didn't immediately like turn violent or into a zombie, but instead learns to live with it. And in my mind it was kind of an idea that a mercenary, or I think the people fighting this kind of disease and monsters are going to be called reapers. So that's like another idea I have. I probably should write this down. Wait, I need a little Word document. Or else I'm probably not going to remember later what I'm talking about right now. I've gathered a bunch of references and stuff just to get a general idea, but since I'm still a little bit stuck on this, probably doesn't hurt. Let's call the project for now Cyber Blossom. I think that's a good start. So in general, let's talk about the world. Reaper, Overwatch, definite high cookie, definitely not Overwatch. Not everything is like Overwatch. I mean, a Reaper is like a somebody who reaps souls, right? Usually, so. Everything is Overwatch. Conspiracy theory confirmed. So wait, let me put this over here so I can see what you're writing. Because right now it blocked the chat a little bit. This back here. I mean, the origin of a Reaper was like a guy working on a field with a scythe. And that's why I figured it would be cool to have like people who battle basically plant parasites to be also called Reapers. And I'm pretty sure one character is going to have at least a scythe, because it would be just so cool. I love scythes in general, so that's a whole another issue. So let's see. How do we do that? Need to describe my world a little bit. I think one of the hardest things if you start a new IP is to figure out how everything works and stuff. And it's way easier to later fit in bits and pieces and to build up upon it, but the first ideas are always very, very rough. So let's see. Solar punk based world. Whoa. World mixed with magic elements. Which is threatened by a plant. I hate writing on my teeny tiny keyboard here. But I'm too lazy to scoot over to my main monitor. By a plant-based parasite. So let's see, a main character. Let's figure out how we want our main character to be like. Because that's what I need to figure out. I mean, I love character design to bits because it's like... Hello, Scott! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! I'm doing some writing right now! Hey! Perfect timing! Also, heads up, your stream is just... Wait, what? Wait. Oh! I forget to hit done. Sorry. Try again now, I think it should be fine. I didn't save. I did do changes and stuff, so... Now it should be fine, hopefully. Yeah, now it's great. Weird. What you're writing about? I enrolled into a mentorship this week and I have some homework to do. And the first homework is basically to create 6 to 10 thumbnails for a hero character. And I would love to do my own IP again because I like to just come up with story and do some storytelling. And I think it's also a great way to make better characters if you learn how to write them yourself. Stardew Valley. Yeah, we're drawing Stardew Valley today. So right now I'm trying to come up with my IP and with the heroine, but I have nothing. I got the homework today. At first I was thinking about taking one of my old IPs I used before and where also my name Celestia comes from. But I looked at this IP and went like, nah, I did so much for this IP last year. And I really don't feel comfortable like tweaking it even more and stuff, so... Yeah, and currently all I have is basically like the one-liner that describes my world, which is a solarpunk-based world mixed with magic elements, which is threatened by a plant-based parasite that turns creatures into zombies. Basically a magical version of The Last of Us. Well, a question I often start with is, what do you want your character to do? My character is supposed to basically, classically, fight those creatures and get rid of them and figure out where they come from. But I want my main character to be infected by the very same parasite, so their main goal is to find a cure. For themselves at first, and maybe an overall cure, but I need to figure out if it's like a very egoistic anti-hero style or more like, yeah, you know the drill. I want to find a cure for everybody or just for me. So main character got infected by the parasite and is now searching for a cure. Also, I want my main character to be female because my last main character was male and I want to switch it up a little bit. So That's also a little note. And I think it's going to go in the direction of a young female, or maybe when a woman in their 20s or 30s, maybe something like this, but that's some design decisions I still need to figure out since I don't have much. I also have this little idea that there are... I'm going to write this down to... Reapers. What are Reapers? Since Reapers usually, like, most people know Reapers as like the god of death, collecting souls and stuff, but Reaper originally comes from people who were harvesting like wheat and stuff with scythes on the field. So I figured it would be kind of cool to have the organization or the people that fight those type of zombies are called Reapers and have like weapons that are a little bit garden tool inspired. Not all of them, of course, because you can also cut through like bushes and trees with very sharp blades, but you know. Something that's very lefty and popular with anarchists. Hi, yes, me. So there's some fun to be had there in design, both visually and ideology. So then being a protector of the community would be very in line with the genre. Exactly, but it would also be like a fun twist to have them be like very I don't care about society. I just want it. I don't know. I just want this cure for me and I don't care about everybody else. Welcome to the stream, Onyx the Raccoon. Hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Where are you watching from? We're just talking about some world building, Jesus, before we start with some character design, so yeah. Oh, for sure, it could be a point of character growth for them. Exactly, because I think she's going to be somebody who maybe even grew up on the streets. So, oh, interesting, yeah. You are very welcome to give your own input. I would love to hear some suggestions from you guys. So yeah, I think it would be cool if she like grew up on the streets and stuff and got also infested on the streets because everybody else acts so high and mighty and yes, we are so good people, we take care of the environment and we are working perfectly together, but then there are the people on the street which are like seen as vermin because they leech off society, they don't have a job and stuff. So this would be kind of cool. Are you a game character designer? Yes, I am, actually. I'm working for a game studio called Repeat Studios, and we're currently working on a MOBA, though what I'm doing right now is for a private mentorship I'm doing. Wow, what's it like? It's very cool, actually. It's awesome. At least I really like it. You get to design stuff with your team and work on projects, and it's... I don't know. Dream come true. I only started recently, so everything is very, very new still for me too. But yeah, it's been cool so far. So yeah, let's see. I want to write down this idea of maybe... Let's just... Society... I recently started loving designing characters and I've been thinking of trying to be a game designer. Go for it! There are so many different jobs out there. And if you want to design characters, I guess you could either be a 3D character designer using ZBrush to design your characters, or be a concept artist like me and do it in 2D. Because a game designer is basically the umbrella term for everything underneath it, and a game designer in general designs how the game is going to be, what the gameplay is like, and they have not as much to do with characters as you think. They are like they are in charge of balancing the game and stuff, and to see that the game is fun to play. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Society. Firstly, I wanted to be a fashion designer at first, but then I was like, wow, this stuff is really, really nice. Oh, a fashion designer. That's quite the U-turn you made. I mean, fashion is always great if you like to design characters as well, because more often than not, I look at haute couture and stuff because they have like very, very cool designs as well and are a huge inspiration, so it definitely doesn't hurt. So, the society lives very close to nature and in harmony with each other, but let's see. The people on the streets are seen as vermin because they don't contribute anything to their society. I think that's a pretty good start. And let's just let me define the Reapers. Reapers are mercenaries that fight against just parasite, infected creatures, and usually get paid for it. Is it hard to get to become a concept artist? Yes. Yes, especially character concept artist is like the most competitive field that exists. Because everybody wants to be a character concept designer, and you have to be either very lucky or very, 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 very good to land a job. And networking is like a huge part of it. So if you know somebody, it's way easier to get in than if you're like the best artist out there and you know nobody. So it is very, very hard. I'm not going to lie. It needs a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to become a concept artist, sadly. So if you want to do it, you really have to put it all in, or it probably won't be possible to do it. So let's see. Young female got infected by the person, is now searching for a cure. She comes from the streets of the city. I think I'm going to make a second character soon, like I think a very veteran mercenary who has seen his fair share of stuff like creatures and things in the city, and maybe he was like, maybe he got this one job where he heard about somebody who got infested in I don't know, in the dumpsters or like something like that, somewhere on the street, and he went to investigate, and he meets this girl or this like young lady or woman that got infected but still has her wits and isn't like the usual mindless zombies. And because she's just hurt and apparently not turning violent, he maybe takes her in and takes care of her and hides her away, even though he would be obligated to actually tell some sort of authority about this infection. Because I bet in this society it's like if you get infected you get into a hospital and stuff, but it's probably more like, I don't know, a hospital where people vanish. Let's say it this way. Let's say it in a nice way. They vanish for some unknown reason and never return. Hello there. Hey there, Tommy. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you join. Excited for your first week? Yes, I am excited. I'm currently working on my IP to figure out what kind of character I want to do and brainstorm some some stuff. Also, congrats on passing the test. Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited that I can finally call myself a concept artist that is working for a game studio. And thank you for your encouragement as well. I also did the whole onboarding process today for the course. And I saw that, like, I think for term 4 or something, one of the last few terms, we need ZBrush. Is it really mandatory, or would be like learning to sculpt in Blender be also fine? Because ZBrush is hella expensive, and let's just say I don't know about any free versions. And if maybe I can get a trial for 30 days and it's going to be fine, but I don't want to pay like 60 bucks or more for ZBrush. Yeah, you get a student's license, 18 years for 1 year. That's still a lot. I know I had to vanish to put out a fire on my Discord, but I returned. Oh no! Well, everything's okay? Was it some drama fire or some technical issue? I hope for the latter, because drama is often not as cool. Or not as easy to solve. Okay, student license. Well, probably need to invest then. I don't even know what the full license is, but yeah. Why can't they just make it for free? I don't get it. Probably because people would like misuse it, but I don't know. So yeah. I prefer Blender too, but ZBrush is still more popular in this industry, so it's good to learn it still. You work in it for 6 weeks or so. I know how to sculpt in ZBrush, I've done it before, but back then ZBrush had still a 30-day trial, and I did a whole model with everything. ZBrush is very intuitive, and I think it's more easy to learn than stuff like Blender or Maya. The interface is horror and very overwhelming, but it's still a lot of fun. So I think I probably would like to go with Blender instead until I can afford ZBrush. Because right now I'm already struggling to afford, like, the Creative Cloud. All good now, and nah, it was folks getting confused by terms and a fight argument nearly starting. Oh no. But we cleared it up well, meaning queers got their wires crossed, it's all. Okay. But it's fine. So yeah, so let's see. Since Sada is your mentor, the best mentor when it comes to ZBrush and Blender, I'm sure you can talk to him about just using Blender. Yeah. I mean, I highly recommend to learn ZBrush at some point, and I know the gist of it. But yeah. Some students use programs instead of Photoshop, as long as the mentor is fine with it, yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm definitely going to talk to Tyler, because for me it's not like I don't want to learn ZBrush. If it would be free and affordable, I would take it in a heartbeat. But right now, I think it would be cooler to learn Blender. And Blender has a lot of cool stuff, and I also have Blender and I know Blender, but I never sculpted with Blender. So it would be kind of cool to use the time to get to know how to sculpt in Blender, because I mean, I would need to refresh my ZBrush knowledge for sure to be up to date, because it has been 3 years since I last used ZBrush, I think. A friend of mine tried to get me a free version, but we weren't able to install it properly because of some issues. Because they live in, like, Mauritius. I don't know, Mauritius in English, I think. And they can use this license, but I can't because I'm based in Europe, so that's kind of funny. Blender sculpting's great, but not nearly as powerful as ZBrush. I still like Blender more. Oh?
Aslet with Scotch just became a prime fox.
Scott! Thank you so much! Thank you for the prime! Oh my gosh, thank you. You're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, but I honestly love Blender. It's so versatile and like it's free and you have everything in it basically. And I also want to look into the like you can draw in Blender and turn it into 3D, which is also cool. So I would love to someday master Blender to a point where I can do really cool stuff with it. So yeah. Okay, back to the drawing board. So we have this young woman that got infected by the parasite and is now searching for a cure. That has that, and she came from the streets and got taken in by a veteran mercenary. So yeah. I'll probably give it like the she hates society trope. Because they don't care about people on the streets, because they think they just leech off of society, which isn't true for all of them, because some are just born into the situation, can't do anything, and they try to do something, but they don't get the opportunity to. So, because they basically left them to die, maybe? Because they don't care, or... Yeah, I'm just going to do this like that. Because it would be really cool if she at first is like, oh, I hate society, society sucks, everybody sucks, and I only want to find a cure for myself. But the more she gets to know the world and how everything functions, maybe she gets more involved with society and learns, and she gets like this. She's going to be like this little chain or chain link that she's going to be basically the link that connects like this society with the people that are not born into the society and have to fight for it, as a fight for their place maybe or something like that. I still need to figure things out a bit. Are you planning to join any CG sessions this week? Now that you officially started, maybe Patrick and I join as well. I honestly have to see what kind of sessions there are, because of course if I'm streaming it would be a little bit hard to join a session, but I need to look at Slack, because I think the schedule is already posted for this week. And I also have my mentor sessions on Thursday at 8 EM our time. So yeah, but I'm definitely going to try to get into more sessions. I also need to see when there is like an orientation session, because there is one monthly, I think, but for May they haven't announced it yet. But I don't think anyone who is on the streets is a leech on society. I think those people have been failed by society's structure. Exactly, that would be like my idea behind it. So it would have been like the society who would need to provide some sort of net for them so they can work the way back into society, basically. But it's non-existent. They basically think everything that is not within this perfect little world doesn't fit, because they want it to be this perfect world. Hello, Fizzy! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! So happy that you came back! Hello, hello! I also hope that my music and my voice are okay, because somebody mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I'm pretty quiet. I turned the music down a little bit because my mic is on maximum volume, but I hope it's fine now. I'm making lunch at the moment. It's perfect timing, huh? Great, what are you having? The music and your volume are good. Awesome, okay. That's great. Plan is good as usual, no difference. Perfect, okay. Yeah, I have the feeling that my mic sometimes needs a few minutes to really pick up my voice in the right way. I don't know, because a lot of times people say I'm pretty quiet at the beginning, then I turn down the volume of my music, and then in the middle of the stream somebody says, the music is too quiet. And I'm like, what? How? I really need some like professional setup where I can like mix and match stuff without having to use Windows. I'm having rice with a chickpea stew. Ooh, eating vegetarian makes me feel full of energy in the long run. Awesome, that sounds so good. I'm also going to make some chickpea vegetable stew on Wednesday, I think. I had some little meal prep plan for this week, so... It's also going to be a new recipe, so I'm quite curious how it's going to taste. Okay, I think I have the general idea what I want to do with her. I'm definitely going to build this up as I go, because I'm also like wondering how's the indie project coming along? It's coming along great. I'm currently waiting for some instructions because our writer has to put up some more work before I can do some concepts for them. So yeah, it's going great so far. And right now I'm working on a private project actually for a mentorship of mine. I also have like no idea what kind of weapon she could use and stuff. So that's another issue. She's going to be a very cool and probably cold at distance at the beginning. She really needs to warm up to people because she only had like very, very bad interactions so far. And I think this mercenary that took her in is going to have his hands full with her. Because she probably also doesn't know like the basic things, how society works and how like stuff works, but I also think she could be like a very quick learner. But I don't know how quickly. Like, is she like super intelligent that she could become a hacker like character? Even though I'm not even sure if hacker is something I would love to go for. But I think she is very, very smart and picks up on stuff very quickly. And she probably is like super embarrassed if she doesn't know something. That's the general vibe I get from her. So let's get some post reference and get started, I would say. So let's see. If I'm not drawing for a while, I'm probably looking for references and stuff. So you have to bear with me a little bit. Since we're really, really, really at the complete beginning with like research and stuff. Drawing from imagination is insanely hard for me, honestly. Yeah, drawing from imagination is very, very hard. especially in my case, I'm currently coming up with a completely new design which doesn't yet exist. So I'm just going to pick a lot of references until I figure out, because sometimes you have, I don't know, for me there are like two character design approaches I have. I have this one approach where I suddenly have an epiphany about a character that is like, oh, it's, I don't know. How should I explain? I have this silly idea of a character that is like, I don't know, half owl, half fire, and it's like a phoenix, but not a phoenix or whatever. It's like phoenix but with water, I don't know. And this is like this, I have this perfect idea of a character which sounds pretty cool, and I just have to gather a bunch of references that already have the same things I was thinking about, like owl, water, male character with, I don't know, a spear, whatever. I already know what I want to do with that character. Or I know it very well. But with this character, I have no idea. I have to make a character. I have my settings. But since it wasn't like an overnight character or something I was thinking about long term, right now I'm really going to figure out where I want this character to go. How is this character going to be? So I'm going to try a bunch of crazy things. If they work, then they work. That's going to be great. If not, then they won't. So I'm going to do some extreme measurements at the beginning, I guess. So at first I want to have some ground shadow. So my character has a place to stand on, basically. So let's see. I have to do about 6 to 10 pieces, so we'll see how it goes. I use references for almost everything. Yeah, that's honestly the best approach you can do. The more references you have, the better, and the more you grow your visual library. But it definitely doesn't hurt if you train yourself to do stuff from memory, because then it's faster and you don't always need to find tons of references and stuff. Right now I want to figure out which age my character is going to be. Because it would be kind of funny if she's like very, very young. And super powerful or something like that. Maybe with like a huge hammer. Could be kind of fun. But I'm not quite sure if I like this idea of a very childlike main character. But it could be a fun potential for, I don't know, a sidekick later. Puppy! From League of Legends, right? It could be a very fun idea though. What is the story of this character? From League, yeah. What is the story of this character? So far we don't have much. It's my own little IP. Currently I call it just Solar Blossom. It's a world that is basically solar punk inspired, mixed with some magical elements in it, which is threatened by some plant-based parasite that turns creatures into zombies. So you can imagine like a huge dragon that is partially like skeletonized with plants coming out of his bones and muscles and stuff. And this character is basically my hero character, and she also got infested by this parasite and is searching for a cure. She comes from the streets of the city and has been taken in by a veteran mercenary. And so far she hates society because they don't care about like the people on the streets at all. They think they're like vermins that don't contribute to the society, even though they also do their part to society, but they just don't get acknowledged at all. So yeah, that's what we have so far, and we're currently trying to figure out what else we want to. So if people have ideas, I'm all ears. Because it's just some homework I got for today, so I'm still trying to figure it out myself. That sounds freaking cool. Glad you like it. Thank you. Right now I'm just trying to do some fun stuff for the beginning. Like some childlike hero maybe, and then we see where we push the rest. Maybe they wear some sort of cape here. I don't know, I see them having like very puffy sleeves or something like that. Very cutesy, big shapes. But I like I said, I don't think I'm going to explore the child direction any further. It's a fun idea that came to my mind, but I don't know. What is her personality? She's going to be very, like, distant at the beginning because she doesn't like humans, since she has a lot of very bad experiences with them. But she is very intelligent and picks up on stuff very quickly. And I don't know, it would be kind of fun to have her learn societal norms at the beginning. It's going to be a very badass character, basically. And it would be kind of cool to have like a little girl that is like all grumpy and I don't know, kicks ass. But at the same time, I don't think it's the direction. For example, I also still don't know what kind of weapon I want to give her. So we have all the freedom we want with her for now. Hey there, Cedric here. Good morning. Bro. Welcome. So happy to have you guys. Hello. I checked out your Insta and I love your stuff. Thank you so much. I'm making breakfast and Fishy Shine just said, get in there. Her stream is amazing. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Fizzy. This art piece is so beautiful. Really? Oh, thank you. I don't know, for me it's like I worked at her for so long that I don't like it anymore. So it's really nice to see that you actually enjoy it. This is the third day in a row she interrupts my breakfast. Oh, how dare. It is beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So let's see. Trying to figure out her pose a little bit. Could also do it like very straight up. Just a little test right here. No, I think I want it like this. I'm just going to redraw the hammer because I don't like how it lies in her hand. Nope. Why don't you? Okay, Windows is doing stupid stuff. There we go. I'm not sorry. How's your day going? My day is going fine. Today I started my new mentorship, which is why I'm also currently drawing a new character. And so far, it has been very awesome. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Need a reference of some sort of like huge hammer. Okay, that's kind of funny. Cute ass character with a big hammer. Oh, that's very close to what I was going for. Let's see. Probably still going to do a similar character like this because I like the idea, but not for the main character. Very beautiful circle. I'm probably going to make this head even bigger. Needs to be huge, or else this defeats the point. Poppy 2? Hmm? What do you mean by 2? I will already explained what the character is about. I think I need to set up a command or something like that in the future. But I love to explain it again, no worries. It's basically, I'm going to build my own little IP. And this is for a homework, right? And I only got the homework today, so I need to figure out what I want to do. And my IP is going to be basically sitting in a solar punk-like world where magic is a thing. But there's also a parasite that is taking over creatures and turns them into zombies, but it's like a plant-based parasite. And this is going to be like the hero character. And she also got infected by this parasite, and her goal is to find a cure. But she really hates society, even though in Solarpunk society is like this huge thing where people try to create something where they can live together with like the nature and harmony and stuff. And she really hates this type of society because they care more about nature than people on the street, because people on the street are like vermins to them. So she's a very badass character, basically. Understood, she's an introvert. I wouldn't say she's an introvert. I wouldn't say that at all. She's like, "You're looking at me funny. Do you want some to hit me in your face? To hit you in the face?" She's she's not exactly an introvert. She says what's on her mind, basically. But she's not shy or introverted. That's amazing. Glad you like it. And right now, this first thumbnail is just a silly idea that popped to my mind because it would have been kind of funny to have like a child character embody this badass woman character that is like, "Did you say something funny? I'm going to smack you with my big ass hammer." But I don't think that's going to be like the way to go for this character. But I do like this idea, so I might come back and explore it more for like a side character or a different kind of character for the story. Hmm. So you usually start with the silhouette of the character. How do you usually go with the process? The first step, if I really don't know how the character is going to be, I love to start with the silhouette because it really doesn't distract me from... I tend to work into very detailed stuff, and the silhouette really keeps me focused on the big shapes and to see how do I want this character to look like in its simplest form. Is it recognizable and stuff? Because right now it's like, somehow the character itself looks kind of interesting, but I want to do something with the hammer because it looks very simple. And now I can like erase stuff, right? Like make the silhouette a bit more interesting without having to worry about faces and stuff. Then I usually go into like some values where I do like 2 to 3 extra values depending on the character I'm doing. And then I move on into color. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to make this hammer look a little bit more woody. I guess we have her antlers, right? And I will kind of want the hammer to have a similar vibe to it. Because right now it's just trial and error to see what I like to do. Oh, posture check!
Just collected posture check.
Everybody, unshrimp yourself, sit up straight, and make sure not to slouch and hurt your back. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sergeant just collected head pet.
And thank you for the head pad. Thank you. Probably like some roots wrapping around the hammer would be kind of cool. I'm gonna do one better than a posture check. I'm gonna take a walk to the cafe and get some lunch. That's a great idea. You go and get yourself something to eat while also stretching your legs a bit. This is going to be a very barky, like, hammer. But I do like it. That is a good idea. I'm gonna get some breakfast. Take care of yourself, guys. I think I also need to do a little break later. Because we're already 1 hour in. Crazy. Time sure flies. Yeah. I'm loving this. Loving. Oh, thank you. Time flies when you have fun. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just thinking about. I might make her skirt a little bit shorter. Maybe give her some boot boots. Like a little devil. Which I'm kind of enjoying. There's some hair peeking out over there. Here as well. Oh no, I have to sneeze. No. Haha! Mute fingers were faster. Whew. Remember to support local businesses. Signed, your friendly local communist. That's true. Always support your local businesses. They need it. And also support your little online artists. They also need it. I really like that idea of this hammer being like made out of some wood and roots. Which is kind of fun. Yes, support your internet gremlins too. What are you saying? I'm not a gremlin. I'm never a gremlin. We are menaces to the society. Let's go. Hey there, Kay! Welcome to the stream! Are you at work or do you have some holiday and vacation this week? No, when did I merge those two together? Oh no, that wasn't my intention. Well. I'm not a gremlin, she says while being a gremlin making gremlin noises. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I would never do such a thing. I'm the most non-gremlin person in the world. So, there we go. Hopefully I don't merge them by accident again. Why? There we go. Don't go into text layer. Want my brush? My wonderful little brush. I guess I'm going to leave this little silhouette for now. Give it a little number uno. And let's move on to the next one. I'm just probably going to make her a little bit smaller. Oh, or Tinkating, the Pokemon, but forest. You're making me Google stuff again. Oh. Yeah, no, that's from a generation I haven't played anymore. For a moment I read Cookie Monster. Bach is sending some love in the chat. I think the Pokemon is funny. I haven't played it either. It is funny, yeah. Okay, let's see. Mm. But I do think number one is very funny idea. I want to go for a more cool character. Let's see, I have Affinity in mind and the reference. People recognizing each other in chat. Hey, that's great. It's so fun to see if you guys interact with each other. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely not Poppy from League of Legends. Thank God. I broke the stereotype. Oh, I like those poses. Give me those poses. Save. 100% save. Also, guys, remember to drink something. Yep, I got water. Great, great, great. So let's see. Also, I'm currently not worrying about them being messy or anything because it's just about getting an idea down on paper. And the question is, I don't even know yet in what direction I want their clothes to go. So this character is basically probably going to define like the whole setting. Because I have a couple of ideas in mind what I want to do. And it just feels like there's not enough time. Yeah, always not enough time. It is how it is. If you could have like all the time in the world, it would be no problem, but I have to finish this by Tuesday. But I kind of like where this idea here is going, honestly. You know how it is, trust the process. I also love to experiment with like poses during the thumbnail stage because they also often define how the character feels like. Is it a very confident pose? Is it a timid pose? Is it, you know, often a character really expresses himself through the way they stand. You don't even need to tell anyone that this is like not a shy person, right? People probably know that, or hopefully they know. Hopefully I'm doing a good enough job to convey that this is not like a shy posture. Yep, great, great. So let's see. I definitely like the more cleaner shapes than I do with number 1. Because number 1 looks like kind of cool with the wooden hammer and stuff, but I think it's too much fantasy, woody, that you would think this is a more modern setting. So I'm probably going to push for more cleaner shapes for the future designs as well. I'm thinking about giving her like a tail as well. But maybe I try a different character. Because I'm still trying to figure out how the curse really got her. Do you know what the parasite looks like? The parasite itself is not like, I don't know, a creature. It's more like it's a plant that is taking over their host. I still have to design it, but in my mind it's like, how do I explain? Like if we, let's say we're going to have a little very cheap ribcage here, right? Ribcage where there are some bones and stuff. And then you have the parasite, which is basically growing like a normal plant. Maybe even with some flowers or stuff. So the parasite basically looks pretty, but it's kind of dangerous at the same time. So if a person suddenly has like a flower growing out of them and stuff, people know it's a parasite. And it's like the clickers from The Last of Us or zombies, but just I wanted to beautify it a little bit, so I don't know. I also want, if we can do a creature in this mentorship, I want to do like a dragon that is partially skeletonized, which has the parasite everywhere, so it grows out of his rib cage, like his tail and stuff, and you can see it inside him as well, maybe through some translucent kind of skin. So that's basically the parasite. And I also thought that the parasite can have like different flowers, so maybe depending on what it infests, it looks differently. So maybe if it's like a person, one person has like roses coming out of their eye and another one has like daisies growing from their shoulders and stuff like that. So it's very, very versatile. I'm going to keep the silhouette like it is right now because I like it. and maybe I come back to it and refine it a bit more. I mean, I will refine everything a little bit, but you know how it is. Okay, so next one. Don't jump back to my old reference, please. I'm probably going to also think about her story a bit more over the next couple of days and weeks. Because since we came up with that idea only today, I still need to really figure out where to go with it. And her backstory, and the more I know about this stuff as well, the easier it's going to be. I mean, I didn't even need it to come up with like my own IP from the scratch. I could have just taken like an existing one and simply make a character for that. Like, I think Tommy was it, or was it Patrick who mentioned to me that some did like Pokemon heroes for this assignment. Which is also a very cool approach, but I really want to train my own storytelling as well. And this is just like the perfect opportunity to do so. I'm also trying to keep them like a realistic size, so the proportions make sense that I'm doing. Which is why the first one is tinier than everybody else, because it's a tinier character. Like way more childlike. Let's see. Or they can just be a dwarf. Or they can be a dwarf, but that doesn't fit my IP currently. Let's see, I'm sure I have some leaf brushes around here. I do. That's too messy. Oh, this one has color variation in it, doesn't it? Color jitter? Do you have color jitter? No, you do have opacity, that's it, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think dwarves are not going to be in this kind of story. I do have a different IP though, where I have some dwarves in it as well. There could be dwarven people though, but it's not like one of the main focuses in this one. The one I'm doing right now is like, I picture them being able to summon like leaves and stuff. And maybe even manifest themselves from leaves. At least that's a little bit the idea behind it. Why does this look like she has like a horse butt? I don't know. Looks like a centaur for some reason. Which wasn't my intention at all. My lunch is ready. Nom yum 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 yum. Have a good one. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your lunch. I'm just trying to get my big, medium, small details better into shape because I think that's why it's bothering me currently. It looks so messy because there are so many little shapes here which I need to break up a bit. Because if I simplify it, it's going to look immediately way better than before. I was cleaning my kitchen. Good job. Somebody's being productive. Didn't have breakfast yet. Oh no! I live with a really messy person. Oh, okay. That sounds super troublesome. So sorry about that. It must be so annoying to clean up after somebody else all the time. Every day. Oh, jeez. I just don't understand why people can't clean up their own stuff. I mean, more often than not, it doesn't even take a lot of time, you know? I'm also not digging this idea, I have to admit. Going to finish it though, but silhouette is just way too messy for my taste if I go with this flower magic dress kind of feeling. This one gives off magical girl vibe. It does. It really does. Kira kira biu. Let's go. Let's give her some floaty magical girl hair as well. But I'm definitely going to get rid of most of those flowers because I really don't like it. Hello and welcome, the Pyro Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fox Grove or the Spirit Grove. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to see me fail at figuring out what I want to do with this character. You're not failing. It's a process. It is. It really is. It really is. This gives me witch vibes as well for some reason. I'm 6 home from work today after just close to 2 hours. Oh, I hope you're getting better. I hope you're getting better. Being sick sucks for sure. Oshi, how are you guys? Oshi, speedy recovery, thanks. I hope everybody else is doing well. But I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, it's also this time of the year where you have to be very careful not to get sick because the weather is just doing whatever it pleases. Cold, warm, and it's so easy to get sick. I'm gonna make some thorns here, I think. But I don't like that idea of the parasite being like in her dress and stuff. I don't think that's what I'm honestly going for. No way! Why the spring is all seasons. Up north, yeah, Scandinavia and stuff, I know, I feel that. The way you said it reminded me of Katy Perry Hot and Cold. Now I have the song stuck in my head on repeat probably for the rest of my day. Great! I just raised my opacity again. Whoop whoop! I think I'm going to move on from number 3 because that idea has no future at all. At least I don't like it. These silhouettes look really nice. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Happy to hear that. Yep. Let's leave it here for now. Number 3. Done. I mean, I went the last half of the year with almost no sickness, but yeah, it's a lot of sickness in that line of work. May I ask what you're working? If you want to share, you're not obligated to, of course. Kindergarten teacher. Oh, yeah. I feel you. Kindergarten teacher, or in general, parents who have kids in kindergarten, it's like they get sick all the time. I work with the youngest kids 0 to 3 years. Oh, Jesus. Is it tricky? Are you serious? Are you really a nuclear engineer? Or are you just trolling me? Good. I mean, everything is possible on Twitch, honestly. So, I don't want to assume just, oh yeah, sure, nuclear engineer, of course. And in truth you are, and I'm here like mocking you for the joke. No, but I think I already realized that I really want to go into the more techie route with this character, even though there are plans involved. Because if I do a lot of plans in the silhouette, it just doesn't read like I want it to read. So we are going to do more tech stuff, probably. But we're also going to take a quick 5-minute break because 2 hours are already over, or 5 to 10 minutes at least. Because I try to not do more than one break when I'm streaming for 4 hours. Because it just feels like, I don't know, I've noticed when I go on hourly breaks that people hop off really quickly. And sometimes it just feels like I've been on break just a few minutes ago. So there we go. Once again, very professional BRB screen. Just for you, Cookie. New file, and I didn't forget. I didn't forget. So, physics engineer here. Oh, is that so? How cool. Okay, have a good break and time for my sleep. Good night, Bach. Have a great night, sweet dreams, and see you around tomorrow probably, since you always pop in. Good time. Exactly. It was lovely to see you too, Buck. Thank you. You are welcome. So, guys, if you liked the stream so far, make sure to leave a little follow so you don't miss out when I go live. And if you want to support me a little bit, why not drop a little sub? And other than that, just stretch your legs, grab something to drink, because I surely will. And we will... We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, we are back in business. I hope you guys had a great break. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. I just need to take my weekly vitamins to stay healthy because I almost forgot. Usually I take them when I wake up, but somehow today kind of spaced out a bit on this one. And in the break I was looking at my to-do list for today, and I always have like this little reminder in there for me personally. And I was sitting here like, oh, right. Whoops. Yeah, vitamins. It's nothing huge or anything like this, you know. I'm just doing most of the time my yearly checkups with the doctors and take a blood test, and then he's telling me, oh, you don't have enough vitamin D because you're not going out as much as you should. Go touch grass, gamers. So yeah, that's basically vitamin D and some... I don't know how it's called in English. Folic acid, maybe? I don't know. And just some regular magnesium since I'm doing sports as well, so yeah. And I mute myself real quick to take them, so you don't hear me slurp on my water. Okay, all set. And ready to continue working on those thumbnails. Let's go. Yippee! Yippee-yay-yay! Alright. My hair is tickling me. There we go. Okay, so I am definitely going into the more techie route because no matter how I turn it, I really don't like the extremely flowery ones because they don't suit my pee at all. Tickle, tickle, tickle! Okay, let's see. Need another ref for that one idea I'm having. Let's see, because I think a whip would also be like a very cool weapon, but you know, one of those with blades. So I kind of need a reference for that too, and I think this one looks kind of cool. Okay, let's see. I'm already liking where this is going. I guess this is definitely some confidence. So, let's see. My voice is giving away for some reason. No. Yeah, it's half time, so probably my voice is like, oh, it's Monday, you're talking too much, I'm going to sleep. Raid would be kind of cool for this character. Want a better arch. Or the whip. Alright, EP time for me. Bye bye and have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Cookie, and see you next time. Sweet dreams. Bye bye. And here also some hearts, Cookie. I really need to do this end bit a little bit bigger. And my voice is going away again for some reason. Didn't talk for 5 minutes and it's gone. Let's see. We are slowly getting there. But my favorites so far are definitely 2 and 4 we're doing now. I think it fits the vibe I want to go for the most. That looks just wrong. let's redo this part again. Better, but not ideal, I guess. I don't think I'm going to use the last little link here. Hey there, Mooney! Hello to you! How are you today? Hello, hello! Let me zoom. There we go. Wishing the weekend didn't slip by so fast. Yeah, I know, right? It went by in a flash. That was like insane. I just want to crawl back to bed. Just be on my phone all day. Not be a good adult and actually do stuff and work. But you know how it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Just quickly looking for references again. Because so far I actually like how this one is looking with the whip. Okay. I'm just going to tweak this here a little bit more. Yeah, I like this flow a bit better. Just going to fix the tip a bit, because that one is a little bit tilted. Here we go. I think I'm going to leave this one as well. And move on to another silhouette. Great progress today. I have to go now. I might know if you're attending one. Oh, let me know. Okay, sorry. My brain didn't track that this should be an L, not an I. Let me know if you're attending one of the sessions. I will. I definitely will. Thank you so much. Can really recommend Tyler's Midnight 10 p.m. UTC on Wednesday, just to listen in and get to know your future mentor. Okay, okay. Wait, I'm going to put this into my calendar immediately, or else I'm still going to forget that one. That's my Google Calendar. There it is. Midnight or our time. Okay, hopefully I can. Do you know how long it goes, by the way? Because if it's midnight our time, 1 hour usually. Okay, that should be doable, since it's only once a week as well. This one is once every 2 weeks. Okay, okay, okay. Even better. Yeah, then I should really be able to make it regularly. Because every 2 weeks is like nothing. And what is sleep anyways? Nobody needs it. Save this one every... what? Why do I have to sleep twice now? Doesn't make any sense, but alright. No sleep for us. Definitely not. And Mooney, you know what that means. If I have to stay awake longer, I can bug you for longer. Because usually I do. Sneaky little bunny, sneaky little bunny. It was my plan all along. I knew it. I knew it. Let's see. Need to put this into my calendar either way. Tyler, extra session. From midnight to 1 a.m. Customed every 2 weeks. Done. Save. And it has worked. need to do some extra stuff. Because I definitely need a reminder. Because I'm so not going to think about it if I don't put in a reminder. Okay. It is now in my schedule. Oh, I still need to save this project. Let's do this. We're going to call it. Let's go with Solar Blossom Hero character. Save. Just in case. And I'll be back in just a few. I need to grab something real quick. There we go. Famous screen again. And bye! Okay, and I am back again. Let's go. Now the question is... Need another thumbnail. And another idea. Let's see. I think it would be cool to have that if she has like some sort of body modification because of the parasite. But like I said, I don't want it to be straight up plants. At least not the way we did it, because that didn't look good at all. do like the idea of giving her like dragonfly wings. And maybe some sort of katana. At least I think it would be kind of cool. I think I honestly really like the idea of flying wing. Good question. Next question, right? some sort of dual blade would also be very cool. I think this is for some very geometric pieces for a more interesting silhouette. Hey, what's up? Hey, Prism! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! Not much. This is just some little homework I'm doing for a mentor session I'm having this week. Oh, hey there, Internet! Welcome, Anna! And everybody else. Welcome, welcome, Raiders! Hello, hello! How was your stream? Let me give you a little shout out again. Generate, yes! Hello, everybody! I see you've been doing art again, awesome! I stalked you a little bit on Insta. I saw that you've been practicing some more sketches, which look amazing, by the way. Stream was good, lots of doodles, awesome. I hope you guys are alright. We are here just doing some little character design session, which has been a lot of fun so far. you have to just hit and run, don't worry about it. I know how taxing streaming can be. And for everybody else, if you want to stick around, well, very welcome to. And for those who don't know me, my name is Celestia, or also Tia, and I am a concept artist and illustrator for video games. So I hope you what we're doing here. Any questions? Please let me know. I should have finished work from last work today. Oh, you mean from the artist? No, I did share it on my Discord server when I was done with it. But I can share it with you as well. I didn't have too much time anymore that day, but I pushed it as far as I could before I sent it in, so yeah. This is what I did last week and how far I pushed it. Spectre character design, or rather before I had to hand it in. Cool lady, thank you so much, thank you. It was for an artist for a game studio. Her name is Spectre, and I was supposed to give her a little redesign. Nice, yeah. Pretty happy with her so far, even though she's not rendered, but it's enough that people know where I wanted to go with them. I think I'm going to show them. Okay, let me just up. I do think so. It looks kind of cool. I also think I want to make her extra tall, stretch it a little bit to see how it looks. Oh, course, I get a call. Be right back, guys. Just 1 minute. Great. Best call ever. Finanzamt und so. Lovely. Just lovely. Like one of those calls you really want to get. I just need to see how the word is called in English. The tax office, yeah! Yeah. They always have the greatest timing. So congrats on the job. I'm sure you'll learn so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's so far I don't have anything to do. I'm currently still waiting for our writer to finish up a bunch of stuff so I can start working on the game. But I already got more details about it as well, which I sadly can't share here. But it's going to be a very, very fun project. If I can, I'm probably going to stream some of the work, but I have to talk to my boss first, if that's okay or not. Because probably some stuff is going to be okay to share because we want to do a lot of stuff together with the community. But I don't want to make any promises. But they do know that I stream, and they also already said that it's probably going to be no problem to share some stuff. As long as I don't share like, oh, this is the prototype and we're doing this and this is how it works and that's exactly the story and this is how it's going to be, and you know the drill. There is a very thin line which stuff is alright and which isn't. Hey, we have half of the thumbnails done. Great, great, great. Let's move on. What is the prompt for these here? Those are for my personal IP. The project is so far called Solar Blossom. It's basically the story takes place in a world that is solar punk based with magic elements mixed in, and it's threatened by a plant-based parasite that turns creatures into zombies. So my example I'm having is like you have a huge dragon, for example, that is already like dead, zombified with exposed bones and stuff, and there is this plant-based parasite that grows from it, so it has flowers and vines everywhere, and it's basically turning hostile. Just like a clockwork dragon where I'm going to design the dragon if I can design a creature for this mentorship I'm doing, because I want this dragon to become a real thing. And welcome to the stream, by the way. So yeah, that's just the idea of this parasite, and this is going to be the main character. Since my last IP had a male character, I wanted to do a female one, And she's basically a young woman that got infected by the parasite, but somehow it has not yet turned hostile or died from it, so she is searching for a cure. She comes from the streets of the city and has been taken in by a veteran mercenary because there are mercenaries in this world. They are called Reapers, and they fight those plant zombies basically. And usually they have to turn any infested person in and they get taken to a hospital from which they never return. Nobody knows what is going on there. And he has pity with that girl and decides to take care of her, to treat her wounds and stuff, and he's also going to train her. And she's also going to become a mercenary that is fighting those creatures. And in solar punk, usually humans live very closely to nature and try to get along and to live a balanced life. But they see people from the streets as like vermin that don't contribute to this society but leech off of them. So basically, they see people on the streets like parasites, which is totally dumb because they also are part of this society and have a part to play, but they don't get acknowledged for this. And this is why she basically she doesn't like other people very much. She's very badass. She's not an introvert, but she's... How do I explain? She's more the type of girl who is like, why are you looking at me like that? Do you want me to hit you in the face? I'll do it. Stop looking, stop staring, and go away. That's more her. So she's not like shy or anything, or doesn't talk. She has a mind of her own and likes to share it, and she's very intelligent and picks up on things, but at first she definitely is going to have troubles to fit into society because she doesn't know how to fit in. But yeah, that's the general idea. And since I only got my homework prompt today, I'm basically winging it. I don't have much of the story down yet, so it's probably going to involve the next weeks. And the mercs use magic as well? Exactly, yeah. They're going to have like partially magitech stuff, so their weapons are like magic based as well, even though they look a little bit more techy. I tried to do a bunch of different stuff with like number one, where I figured it would be kind of fun to have like a child character as a heroine who is like very badass with this huge hammer and has some sort of like Jinx mentality almost, and is very badass and very, I don't know, big. A big character in a small body, so to speak. But I don't think this would like fit the story well, but I do want to do some similar character like this, which is very tiny but super powerful. But I didn't like all the roots I was going for. It made the silhouette very messy and it looks more elvish and woodlandish, I guess, or foresty, and not like society, city-based, almost cyberpunkish. So with two, I went in a more cleaner direction, and I do like this one a lot. And I think those are my favorites so far. Because with this one, I tried to see how it would look like if I incorporate like vines in her design as well, since she has this parasite. But it looks too much like a witch or something you wouldn't usually find in this type of society. And I think cleaner shapes with like later on more details in it that resemble plants is going to be the way to go instead of like very messy and flowery silhouettes. I do like this one as well, but she doesn't give off like the hero vibe that I wanted. And I don't see her being like the main character. So for now, I think number 2 and 5 are the ones that I like the most. But we'll see. It's probably going to be like that Memento is going to pick which one we're going with and which is the strongest design. And basically what I'm doing today is also world building, because this character is the first piece I'm doing for this IP, so she's going to be very, very important for the rest of the IP, I guess. I just had a little idea. I want to see how she would look like with some little antler horns. No. Maybe I'll try something else if I work on her design a bit more. Two seems more fitting with the personality you described, though I'm looking forward to designs 6 to 10. Me too, because I have no idea what I'm going to do. Hear me out. Cereal first before the milk. Is there another way to do it? I doubt it. I'm also cereal first. And then milk. That's how everybody does it though. No, sadly not. I know people who do it the other way around and I don't get it. Deso, if you're looking, I mean you pour the milk first and then you do the cereal. Which is ludicrous. Sent into Gulag? What's that? What? Reference I don't get, I'm so sorry. I guess for me it's like I need to have the perfect balance between milk and cereal, and for me it's easier to hit this one if I have the cereal first, because for me it's always more cereal than milk, I guess. I don't like to have... I like to be done with both the milk and the cereal if possible, and don't have like, I don't know, a whole cup of milk still in my bowl. Then I put it in the microwave. What? If you're making porridge, sure, why not? But cereal? Are you cereal? Gulags were Soviet Union labor camps. Oh, so so the statement was an exaggeration for comic purposes. Oh, all right. Got it. Thank you for educating me. I do like her being very tall, to be honest. That's kind of really, really cool. So yeah, next. To the next one. But I have to admit I've gotten way, way faster with doing thumbnails over the past years. And I also think they look better. Could be just me, but yeah. By the way, Prism, how is your game going? Any news on it? I feel like coming up with the way the plant faction manifests in her could be a good way to come up with more designs. So work on fishing. All right. I do have like ideas how the infection manifests in her because just for you, if you're curious, for number one, it was like the idea that there is a lot of that she can basically also grow wood out of her body, and she can make this hammer, and that's why she has like these antlers and stuff. For the second one, I do have this idea that you basically have her, I don't know, let's say let's make a very, very silly, I don't know, which body part do I want? Let's do a very quick and dirty upper arm. You can just pretend this is like translucent skin, and you can see inside of her that there are like plants growing and stuff. And this is like also glowing like green a little bit, so it's luminous. So it's more like a tattoo almost. That's slowly taking over. Then for this one, it was like more the idea that her clothing has different vines on it, right? For this one, I had in mind that like she has some sort of eye patch where plants are growing out from her eye and stuff, maybe, and that she also covered up most of her infections. So maybe you can see like if this is her neck. Very, very beautiful neck here. You can see that there are vines everywhere, or her blood vessels are like turning greenish. But those are like details you can see, right? And for her, actually, I was figuring that this plant virus can also like have insect vibes on it, and this are like dragonfly wings coming from her back. And she can also fly with that. And maybe she has also like some other typical dragonfly things on her body when it comes to materials. Oh!
Daisy joined the Spirit Grove.
Welcome to the Spirit Groves, YY Daisy. Or however you want to call it. I guess Daisy would be fine. If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. Feel free to correct me. And thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. So yeah, the silly thing is when I do like bigger shapes where you really see the plants from her body, it looks so messy. Okay, cool. I can almost see details on them now that aren't visualized yet. Thanks for the thought process explanation. You're welcome, and thank you for the tip, because that's a really good tip. And if I wouldn't have done it, I would surely have done it by now. Because that's why I started with like very plant-based stuff, but I think it's really the problem that it looks too much like elves and magical creatures instead of a more high-tech world with a hint of plants. So I need to contain it a little bit more. But I do have a couple of other ideas, and I'm probably also going to think about the design and her story overnight, because I'm going to continue drawing her tomorrow as well. And I'll probably come up with even better ideas then, because it's not like I only have one day, but then I can sleep over the night, and my best ideas come while I try to fall asleep. Because I don't know, I'm the type of person... This might sound totally silly, but oftentimes if I can't sleep, I just make up ideas in my mind and tell myself some stories to fall asleep. And if I have like a topic I have to think about, like with this IP, which I still have to develop, I often think about it just like, okay, how could this story be like? How is this character? How does the story go? Maybe I even play the story in my head and don't just come up with ideas. And more often than not, that's how I come up with better stuff. And then I quickly sit up and write it down on my phone so I don't keep on trying to remember it until the next day. So that's also one way I come up with stuff like this. And also, I always valued input from chat. If somebody has a really cool idea, I should explore more. I guess that's also the beauty of streaming. I can just bounce my ideas back and forth with you guys and not just sit here all on my own. It's like with Spectre, I don't know whose idea it was, but that one of the bullets is like a lipstick, and then if she has like a victory pose or something, she puts lipstick on, or every other bullet or so is like a crit when she puts on the lipstick and stuff. I might have come up with that idea at some day in the future, but without chat, definitely not so quickly, and I don't know if I would have thought about that. You never know, right? I was also thinking about maybe the fact that this parasite is something similar to Venom, so it's really a thinking parasite that can talk to her. Which is kind of a cool idea in general, but I do need to think about how I want to visualize that one. Because exploring like schizophrenia would also be like very cool for the plot and stuff. Because maybe they also have like this hive mind where somebody is telling them what to do, and some parasites can like unplug themselves from the hive net and just say, no, I'm not going to do this. Thank you very much. still need to see who I'm going to raid out to. I also need to add Anna to my little sneaky raid list again. But we'll see who's going to be online later and who isn't. I'm just shooting out some cool plans that might help you come up with ideas. I'm thinking about Venus flytrap, classic cactus, these vase type plants that let flies slip into them and throw them in acid. Oh yeah, all the carnivore plants. I do want to use them in my IP because the vase type plants you mean, I don't know how they're called like in German. I was thinking about turning them into trash bins, because how cool would that be that you have like a trash bin that is kind of formed like this type of plant, and it is also the plant. So you just put in your paper, your other waste, and it just dissolves. And it just returns into its basic like molecules and stuff because of this plant thingy. And in general, I just love carnivorous plants. And there is this plant that has the sticky bubbles on it, leaves to trap its prey. Sonta. I don't know how it's called in English though. Like the idea of the trash can, yeah. No, I adore all the carnivore plants and stuff. And I'm definitely going to make them used for more... How do I say? Carnivore plants give off a more dangerous vibe, and I think it would be cooler for like villainous characters or dangerous characters, and not for the hero itself. Because I love the Venus flytraps, they have so much potential and stuff, but in my head I don't know how to use them for her without making her look like or give this feeling of she's just danger and the trap. Because everybody knows what a Venus flytrap does. And you haven't used flower petals yet, no? Except maybe in the eye and the tattoo. Oops. That was the wrong one. I kinda used it for her. I just didn't use a lot of flower petals because they make it messy very quickly. I don't know if my history goes back this far, but let's see. No, we already have passed that point. Because I even used like a leaf brush and stuff, but it made the silhouette very, very ugly. Except maybe in the eye and the tattoo. I do want to look up more plants because I have a bunch of really, really cool plants. Because for example, this one, I completely forgot how it's called, but I found it. It's like it's called dogwood or something like this. This looks like insanely interesting, right? But I still don't know how to use it. I was thinking maybe using it as some sort of weapon stuff. But yeah. Maybe instead of the dragonfly wings, she could have giant flower petals instead. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Let me see. Yeah, it also reminded me of Cresselia. Exactly. That's so funny. I had the same thought when I saw them. Immediately. I also have like these flowers, which look super cool and beautiful, but I might use them for accessories is the English term. Gosh, I can't. It is a real flower. Wait, let me see how it's called. Um, flower, dogwood. How's it called? Ah, dang it. I know it was something very funny because it's called dogwood something, but it's like a special thing, and I found different. Ah, shoot. It had dogwood and something else. Oh, and don't dismiss fruit plants as inspiration. Dragon fruits or pomegranates are pretty cool looking ones. Yes, they are. Probably going to use them also as color schemes and stuff. I want the silly name of that flower. Maybe I can go to Pinterest because I looked up those references on my tablet and not on my computer. And I didn't save them on Pinterest in some extra folders. Is there a way to look at your history in Pinterest? Oh, right! Oh my gosh, I always forget about reverse search. Let's see. I mean, if I can... I can't drag and drop it currently, but maybe I can just... copy paste it. Is there a way without drag and dropping to reverse Google search? Let me just do a quick partial screenshot, save it somewhere on my desktop, and then it should be fine. Well, let's put it into downloads, because then I can drag and drop it and it should be... Because I even Googled this one, because it looked so much like AI and I was so confused. Is there any way this has like an English version and not like whatever thing this is? Let me see. It's not as easy as you might think. But okay, I did okay, I get it, I get it. It is called dogwood or flowering dogwood tree, but the thing is, this is when the flowers haven't yet fully bloomed. So it's basically if there are fully bloomed, they look like this here. There you go. And those, I was typing in dogwood because that was the name I remembered the plant to be. But the thing is, this is like the buds. So they have the petals, right? And they open up here before they bloom fully. That makes any sense? Which is kind of fascinating. Weeping lantern, weeping begonia, like trash. Okay. Oh, I knew that is weeping begonia. I knew the other one. I figured you were talking about the first one. Oh no, sorry, I wanted to know the other one. Oh no! Sorry. Then the delay was at fault because, yeah, completely misunderstood. But yeah, the weeping begonia ones, they're so beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. But the weeping begonia ones, they are so pretty, but I think they would suit more of an Asian style outfit, so I might use them for a different kind of design because I want to see if I maybe be able... I want to go into solar punk, but maybe give it like a hint of Asian architecture instead of very modern skyscrapers. Or also floral like buildings. But I'm not sure if I can make it work with like Asian culture as well with the clothes, because I want it to look modern yet pretty. But honestly, usually you would like spend ages just developing a style and stuff, and I only have time till Thursday for all of those. Maybe a bit like San Francisco from Baymax. Yeah, pretty much. Or I mean, Cyberpunk has also like Asia town vibes where they also incorporate like Asian culture into the very modern skyscrapers. And yeah, San Francisco is definitely an inspiration for mixing Asian culture with like modern skyscrapers, traditional Asian culture. So yeah. Still not sure in which direction I'm going to go because Japanese gardens were a huge inspiration why I wanted to go in that way, because I mean that's like amazing. But also the Chinese mountains, which are super big and have also very cool plant vegetations, are also huge inspiration. And I also like a lot of the Korean like traditional clothing because they are so flowy and beautiful, and I want to see how... I don't want to offend any culture, yeah, so that's the problem. I don't want to mix and match them just willy-nilly and just take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But they all do have, like, bits and parts I really love and I think would fit great into this world. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So... As I think I can make her a little bit bigger because she's very small. There we go. Okay, I definitely need to think a little bit more about her. And we're almost at the 4-hour mark too, which means we are going to see who we can rate out to. Let's see at my little sneaky cheat sheet. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Karukazu is not online. Let's see. SCD is also not online currently. How about technically mute? Also, no. Yara is also not online. Chococornic is also not online. I mean, most of them have like very different streaming schedules than I do, so no wonder they're not online. But yeah, Cookie Tea is also not online and Anna just rated us, so I sadly can't rate her back immediately. But I just arrived! Oh no, Snibbles, I'm so sorry! I always stop my stream at 4 PM my time, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, forgive me. Okay, let's just look through our art streams. If there is anything interesting going on. Let's browse. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's see. Who's it gonna be? With my luck, I'm going to like try to raid out to somebody who is also just leaving. At least that was just my luck the last few times. Let's take a look at this one. look like fun. Let's see. Okay. Here's our rate message again. And we're to surprise rate a random little artist to support them. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me again on this stream. It was a lot of fun doing some character thumbnails with you, and I'm probably going to continue them tomorrow. So yeah, if you like the stream, make sure to leave a follow so you don't miss out when I go live again. And if you want to support me as an artist, you can leave a sub, it will help me out a lot. So let's send you over to Daniel Hookerard, who is currently doing some Metroid stuff apparently. And send him some love. Bye guys, see you tomorrow. Have a great day.